Here we are, Jarhead Hot Takes. We're back again. We gotta love it here. Yeah. So again, my name is AJ Cox, and I host the podcast, The Lost Art Project Veterans Voices. I'm sure you all know about it. I'm sure everybody's out there downloading all these things, checking them out, looking at the face pages, looking at the Xers, looking at the YouTubes, looking at the tickers talkers, and hopefully you're enjoying these things as much as I'm enjoying doing them. And we're just talking about different things, right? Just different topics that pop up. And this is my take on it, right? This Jarhead, your favorite Jarhead. At least that's what I say. Maybe I'm not, but I'm a Jarhead, and this is my hot take on what's going on around and everything. Also, what are we doing here? We're trying to lift each other up. We're trying to make each other better. We're trying to just be positive instead of always being negative. And we get enough negative around the country. We get enough negative on the social medias. We get enough negative everywhere in our lives. I think there's a place that we should go to be able to get some positivity, get some motivation, just get some drive to get us through the day, right? That's what I think. But every day right here at 11:30 Central Time, and it is 11:30 Central Time, actually 11:31 right now, but here we are. We're going to do it. So let's just go ahead and jump into the topic, I suppose. I do appreciate those that have joined in the conversations. I really, really do like that. It gives me another person to chat with or what have you. But anyways, it is what it is. All right. So here we go. The best leaders know that to lead people, you have to know and understand the individuals. The best leaders know that to lead people, you have to know and understand the individual. And I've got to tell you, this is 100% true. In order to be an effective leader, right, you do have to know the individual. You have to know what they're thinking. You have to know what they like. You have to know what they dislike. You have to know what motivates them and what doesn't motivate them, right? You've got to know all of the encompassing things. And let's first talk about what leadership is. So there is a definition, Marine Corps definition. I don't know if it's Webster's definition, but the Marine Corps definition is the sum of those qualities of intellect, human understanding, and moral character that enables a person to inspire and to control a group of people successfully. Man, what does that mean? To inspire and to control. In order to lead somebody, right, you have to know what motivates them, right? You have to know what is going to make them tick. And how do you do that? Well, in my opinion, and over the years that I've come to figure this out, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, so don't think that I am. But here's something I've come to figure out. You have to get to know a person on a basic level. You have to understand the person. That doesn't mean you have to be best friends with the person, but that means you have to get an understanding of that person. And how do you do that? Well, it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. Everybody that you're supposed to be leading, the easiest thing to do, to be honest with you, and this is super simple, strike up a conversation. Just start talking. There's stuff there. Just ask them how their day is. That's one of the big things that I used to do as I walked around, especially as a senior enlisted. This is one of the things that helped me more than anything is when I walk by individuals, I try to be motivated. I try to give them a happy good morning or whatever. He's like, hey, good morning. How you doing? Staying motivated? And I try to stay excited. Everybody I pass, I try to do that. Was I perfect at it? No. Was I having bad days sometimes? Yeah. Everybody does. But I tried to do that as much as I possibly could. And when you do that, you start to recognize in the individuals, those and how they respond to you on the normal daily basis. And then when they respond differently, then you know something's going on. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they got in trouble. Maybe they're having financial issues. Maybe they're struggling with their spouse at home. Maybe they're just homesick. There's a myriad of different things it could be, right? And I would just tell you, just by saying good morning, being motivated, and doing it consistently with everybody around you, then you're going to get a feel for what that person's reaction should be on the norm. And when it's not, hey, it's time to take action. It's time to ask questions. It's time to say, hey, I'm here for you. Those types of things. What else constitutes being a good leader? Well, in order to be that good leader, you have to get to know the individuals. That means you got to take time out of your day, away from your busy schedule or whatever it is that you've got going on, and you got to pull that person aside, and you got to strike up those conversations to get to know the individual. That's the important part. How do you get to know an individual? Well, you sit down with them and you say, hey, how are you doing? Start a conversation. Ask them, hey, what things do you like? Like, what do you do for fun? What is this? What is that? And you start asking just basic questions about them. Ask them about their family. Hey, do you have family here? Are you married? Are you not married? Just ask basic questions and just start that conversation. Once you start that conversation, it tends to just flow. That person will start to open up. And the more that you start these conversations, the more that you have these conversations with people, the more and the easier it is going to be for you to recognize when something is off. And then on that individual that you're leading will eventually learn to trust you. And that's huge. Trust is huge. And if they can trust you, then man, you're onto something, right? If that individual trusts you enough to come to you for advice, to come to you for different things, that's the ultimate right there. That's the ultimate goal for leadership, is to have them want to come talk to you. And that's the best and easiest way that I've found that you can do it. Strike up those conversations, talk to them, just let them know what is going on. Cat had to come say hi to you guys. But just have those conversations. I was going to pull something up here. Hold on. I'm going to scroll. Well, I said I was going to pull something up. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. So as I'm in the process of writing a book about the lost art of basic leadership, right? And the very first chapter, right? The very first chapter that I have, it says, genuinely care. You have to genuinely care about the individual. And that to me sums up so much in one small two words, right? 2 words, genuinely care. And you have to actually genuinely care about the individual. This doesn't mean you have to like the individual on a personal level, but you have to care about them. Every single person that's out there that you're leading, you have to care about. Even if they're good, even if they're bad, doesn't matter. You have to care about them. And I'll tell you this, typically speaking, for me, if I was harder on somebody, it wasn't because I disliked them. It was probably because I liked them and I wanted them to do better. So I was harder on those individuals. But you have to be fair across the board. You have to talk to everybody, and you have to genuinely care about the individual. You have to show them that you genuinely care. How do you show people that you genuinely care? Listen to them. When they come up with ideas, implement some of those ideas. You don't have to implement everything, but show them that you're listening. As they bring stuff to you, publicly praise them for what they said, right? What is it? Criticize in private, praise in public. It's a great thing. Take that time to sit down with the individual, learn what it is that they would like, learn what it is that their ideas. And then when you're in a public forum, and if you can implement any of those ideas, say, hey, look, Schmuckatelli over there came up with a great idea, and this is this, and this is that, and this is what he's got going on, and those are the types of things that are going to keep those individuals interested in what you have to say, what you have going on. And then they're going to want to do things for you. They're going to want to bend over backwards to get stuff, to do things like, it doesn't matter what it is. They're going to want to do stuff for you because They trust you because you care about the individual. And that's really what it's about, right? The best leaders know how to lead people. Nope, I'll say it again. The best leaders know how to lead people. You have to know and understand the individual. I mean, that's just a genius statement in itself. I wish I would have came up with that quote. I did not come up with that. But hey, it's a great one. And this is a quick and easy topic, but I will tell you, people have a hard time. People struggle just showing people that they care. They have a hard time. There are certain roles. I've had to play the role where I'm the bad guy, right? I'm the guy that delivers all the bad news. That's me. I've played that role. I've had to be the hammer. That's okay. But even while being the hammer, you have to show them that you genuinely care, right? If you choose somebody out for something, you get onto them, they get in trouble, whatever the case may be, and you light them up. After you light them up, what do you got to do? Well, you got to pull them aside and you got to talk to them after the fact. I always say do it after the fact, after things have calmed down, after you've gone and taken a breath, and after that person's gone and take a breath, and then pull them back in and say, hey, look, I want you to understand why it is that I was upset, why I did what I did. And then you explain it to them from your perspective. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, say a prayer. They're going to get it. They don't necessarily like the part of getting chewed out. Nobody really likes that, to be honest with you. Well, I won't say nobody, because sometimes it's fun getting chewed out, depending on who it's coming from. But nobody really likes it. But people need it. I need it. You need it. Everybody needs it from time to time. And one of the things that you got to remember is it's a moment in time. It's just one moment in time that your leader is upset about something that you did or did not do and is expressing that to you. Maybe not in the best manner. Maybe they're screaming. Maybe they're yelling. But I would always tell the young Marines, don't take all the bad words and the negative comments and stuff that are flying by saying you piece of poo and da 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 da. Don't take any of that. Listen to the root problem. Why are you there getting chewed out? Oh, I was 5 minutes late. Oh, I forgot to do a spreadsheet to turn in, right? Grab those things and pull them in and hold them tight to you, because those are the things that's the root cause. Those are the things you need to fix. That's how you show people as somebody who's, and we talked about this the other day, you don't have to have a leadership billet, or you don't have to be in charge to make a difference. Well, this is one way when I'm not in charge and I get my butt chewed or I get in trouble, is to how do you recover from that? Are you going to be scared? Are you going to be shy and timid and not go to that person and when you need to, and you're just going to try to hide from that person? Or are you going to go back to them right away and just say, hey, look, I screwed it up. Here we are, but I'm moving forward. As if nothing happened. You fix the problem, but you move forward, because you don't let that problem and that ass chewing and whatever it is affect you. You let it affect you in a positive way, meaning you fix it and you move on, right? Let me give you an example. So I was gunny, actually, and I got called in, and I don't even remember what I did. I'll be honest with you, I don't. I'm sure I could have told you at the time, but I did something stupid, and I got called in by the master gunny. Master gunny lit me up. Man, it was one of the most glorious butt chewings I've ever had. It was great. It was fantastic. I mean, man, it motivated me. It was like, dang, all right, that's what a butt chewing is, man. I got excited about it. I called the wife. I called my buddy. I'm like, dude, you won't believe what just happened. This is crazy, and da da da. Anyways, that's has neither here nor there, right? But I went back into my office after, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing my work, and I realize that I got to go talk to that individual, the one that chewed me out. Man. So I sat there and I was contemplating it, and I'm thinking to myself, what is the best way and the best thing to do in this situation? Should I wait till tomorrow? Should I wait like a week to let things settle? Like, what should I do? Because we're talking 15 minutes after the incident, right? So, okay, what do I do? Well, I could wait, or I could get off my butt. I could go over and I could just ask the question and talk to the individual that just chewed me out. And that's exactly what I did. I got up, I walked down, and banged on the hatch. They said, "Get in here." And I went in and I said, "Hey, this is what I need." They answered it and they said, "Get out." And I was like, "Okay." And I got out. But the important part is I let that individual know that even though I got my butt chewed, even though I screwed up, I'm not going to let it affect me moving forward, right? And that's what you got to do. I always say butt chewings, it's like water off a duck's back. I don't know if you've ever seen a duck swimming, right? He's swimming in the water, and all of a sudden he dips down in the water getting his food or what have you, and then he comes back up. Well, what happens to the water whenever that person comes back up? The water just beads off, right? Beads off. That's what a butt chewing is, right? A butt chewing literally is like water off a duck's back. You get that butt chewing, but don't let it affect you. Let it roll off just like that water. It's not a big deal. Because I'm telling you, butt chewings are going to come and go, and it's just going to be one of those things, and you'll get used to it eventually. You may not like it, but you'll get used to it. But just move on. It's a moment in time. That's all it is. A moment in time. Let it go. And anyways, I got way off topic. Way off topic. There's somebody that said message ? I don't know what that means necessarily. I don't know if you sent me a message or what. I don't know. But yeah, so the best leaders know that to lead people, you have to know and understand the individual. And that's what we're talking about. Understanding the individual. How do you understand the individual? You have to get to know the individual. You have to know what makes them tick. You have to know what makes them what makes them perform, what makes them hide in their shell and go away. Because you as a leader have to manage that. Right? You have to be able to take all of that information. And if you're leading 50 individuals, there's 50 different personalities, and you have to know what each one of them, how they tick, and you got to utilize that to be able to get them what you want, right? Leadership is the sum of those qualities of intellect, human understanding, and moral character that enables a person to inspire and to control a group of people successfully. That's what we're trying to do. Inspire them to do something maybe they don't want to do, right? And to control them, meaning I'm going to get them to do what I need them to do. I have to control their actions to get an end result. That's the goals. And that's what it's all about, being a leader. Anyways, so yeah, that's where I'm at today. I thought it was a good idea to talk about that. If anybody's out there, you have questions, you want to make a comment, you're more than welcome to. But this is one of the topics that I think is very important to understanding what it means to lead somebody, right? Getting to know that person. I say at least once a month, you need to sit down with individuals, at least once a month, and talk to them. Just have a conversation. Pull them aside, sit down, one-on-one. I call them kneecap to kneecap, right? You sit down, one kneecap pressed up against the other kneecap, and you guys have a conversation and you talk about things. That's what it's all about, right? Getting to know each other. But again, I'll say it one last time, and then we're going to end this. The best leaders know that to lead people, you have to know and understand the individual. With that, this has been Jarhead Hot Takes with your favorite Jarhead, AJ Cox. And don't forget, download the podcast. They're out there. There's podcasts Monday through Friday. Monday and Fridays are fireside chats. And then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, those are individual veteran stories. And what are we doing with this podcast? We are documenting veteran stories, and we're getting them archived, which is the most important part of that, archiving these veteran stories, sending them up to Marine Corps History Division. They're going to archive them up there. So they're going to be there forever. And it's going to be part of Marine Corps history. So I'm looking forward to sending more and more of those up there. I think it's important to document these things. So that's what I'm doing. With that, I guess nobody's got any comments or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And thanks for tuning in. Again, we'll do this every Monday through Friday at 11:30 Central Time. And if you're on your lunch break, please join. If you're not on your lunch break, maybe you can still join. I don't know. But if you can join, it'd be great to see you. If not, then no big deal. No harm, no foul. But thanks again. I appreciate it. You guys stay motivated and you guys change your socks.
The Lost Art of Fishing Stories, written by Andrew Cox. Get your copy today. Go to Amazon and search The Lost Art of Fishing Stories.